Good day, everybody. We are the boys from Metatech, and the team is here. So, leading us, our leader, Sir Mike Sanchez, um, our guru, Glenn Saitowitz, over here, and veteran sales, JP, and his partner, Brian. So, today we're going to talk about Metatech and our mobile audio and video division. So to start, I'm gonna do this Taglish para do sa audience natin sa
Tama,
social
tama.
media. Okay. So I already introduced the faces and the personalities ng group. Okay. So we start maybe with personal stories. Sir Mike, when and why did you start this car audio division for Metatech and your previous company?
Actually, coincidental plus following your heart. I think it's one of the few examples that if you follow your passion and you do something you like, we can get a measure of success. So back in 2001, in our battery company, Max Energy, that's where it all started, no?
Yes, yes. I
Sa
remember that company very well.
Yeah, Stinger batteries. In fact, JP was already there, but he was performing a different function.
Ah, okay.
And then that sort of made the ball roll for us. So it started out with Stinger, and then we got other American brands like RE Audio, US Amps, Cadence. That's where it all started. And we were catching the boom of the early 2000s. No? And then nag-progress na siya until to this date, we have Metatech, which is a purely audio and video company, but focus na lang sa professional and car audio or mobile audio as we call it. No? So that's how it all started back in 2001. Yeah.
Okay, I think I started being a backyard installer and a dealer for Max Energy in the mid 2000s.
Then,
Those were fun days.
yeah, yeah. Yun pa yung talagang uh, two cantos away, dalawang kanto pa lang, alam nang parating si Jack.
Bayo-bayo. Back in the day, back in the day.
Oo, yun talaga yan.
Okay.
Boom ng boom.
Boom tayo. Boom time. Going on next, a very interesting info from maybe one of our idols in the industry, from Sir Glenn. So the question is, most of the people don't know, where did you start, Sir Glenn? How did your car audio career start?
It's one word, it's passion.
Passion.
Yes. I was born in South Africa. I lived in Switzerland. I started car audio maybe 1968.
Wow. Wow. Do you remember what's your first system that you built?
Yes. Philips record 2007, where I did the Emma judge training with three Germans and one Austrian.
That was with the judges were
Because I'm also Emma international head judge for training. So that was 2007, the first Emma judge training in the Philippines.
I think the group of judges in the Philippines back then were partly with the defunct group of Kochi Audio Club.
But
Not really.
there were a lot of outsiders, but this was from Kochi Audio Club.
Okay, I think I first met you 2008 and you were looking funny at my system back then. I remember that vividly.
Actually, everybody I think has a funny story how they started in car audio. Like for me, it's about reading all those old magazines.
Yeah.
And then I started installing in my dad's car and almost burned it down because I I put it wrongly. Good thing for fuses.
So Glenn started with the Philips record players. Sir Mike almost burned his father's car. Me, I put those Iowa component speakers in my car.
He always says there was no schooling or there was no
no training.
training, so he tried it there.
Self-taught. We were basically self-taught. I put in my own speakers. It was so bad. I had a carpenter who was building something for our store, build my first subwoofer box. But I copied a computation of Car Audio Electronics magazine. It worked.
Okay, if you don't mind, Sir Mike, what was that first subwoofer that you used?
Pioneer 10-inch.
Oh, that was
to go with a Pioneer head unit, acoustic 4-channel amp with
Acoustic.
acoustic.
classic.
Yeah, and the pile driver component kit.
Okay.
That's so old
Those
school.
were the 90s
Yeah,
stuff.
90s, 90s,
stuff.
90s. It was very big back then because of the Green Hills days. We have a sort of a group in Malabon in Nabotas. So you all go to Green Hills to hang out and listen to the other cars. Yeah, the Tambay nights.
Yes, all the cars come to Green Hills. If the audience don't know about the Green Hills days back in the 90s, actually started in the 80s.
Yeah, late 80s.
In front of the theater mall, that was an open parking. Now it's a multi-level parking. All the guys come there at around 9 p.m. on a Saturday night. Walang usong cellphone, walang text, walang tawagan yan. Automatic, kita doon, everybody from muscle cars,
Tambay and Carrera.
yes, street racers, and
Yes.
the boom boom guys. Dadating yung mga legends of car audio like Jet Car, Francis
Ginza,
Tan,
Francis Tan.
Ginza, and the Winter Pine guys. Dadating yung mga van nila, multiple subwoofers and some DIYers like Sir Mike, yung grupo of Malabon, pupunta sila doon. All night long, magpapabayo. Come 12 midnight, everybody dispersed and went to the races.
Actually, nakaalala ko pa niyan, you have to listen to a single radio station.
Yes,
Everybody
base hour.
tunes in to base hour,
I think it started 89.1.
89.1.
Then it transferred to 89.9 in base R.
Because in those days there was no USB.
No.
Yeah,
no.
and if you have a CD player, you're
Spotify.
so you listen to the radio station with a lot of bass.
I think in the 80s they were using 8-track mostly.
Still cassette, I think.
Cassette.
Cassette was already readily available.
Okay. So next with the group is JP. JP has been a long time sales in our company. So si JP, matagal ko nang kilala to eh. Actually before meron siya counterpart pero ang naiwan ang pinakamatibay na JP.
Yan. Shaping pinakamalaki.
Yan. So JP, kailan ka nag-start sa Metatech?
2006, Max Energy.
So
Pero before pa lang sa Baguio, I have a shop. Nagtayo kami, nandun kami magkaklase, nagtayo kami na accessory shop with audio.
Yeah, yan ang story niyan, Baguio Boy. Ilocano din yan eh.
Pagka-graduate ko, nagtayo kami ng sarili naming shop. Ang masterpiece talaga namin doon, modifying ng mga alarm ng sasakyan. Kasi before, yung mga lahat sa mga lumalabas, walang alarm.
Walang alarm.
Yeah.
Panahon na yan.
Totoo.
Nag-apply ako kina boss sa Balintawak pa. Then nung nakita yung background ko na meron ako sa car, binigay ako kay Boss Mike.
Automatic yun eh.
So nag-start kami ni Boss Mike sa battery. Like sabi nga ni Boss Mike, sa battery, stinger wires pa lang nun.
Stinger at saka
Then pumasok na yung mga speaker namin, marami rin sinubukan na iba. Tapos yun nga, ang pinaka nag-highlights talaga is the RE.
RE.
Naging tumatak talaga yan sa audio industriya ng Pilipinas. Medyo marami talaga siyang nasagasaan.
Marami.
Medyo marami talaga.
Break din tayo mga records. Yes. The SPL holder until now.
Yes.
Official. Hindi yung mga kwento-kwento lang. Official, loudest record in the Philippines is an RE subwoofer, RE system.
Ande ito, shout out to Boss Tom.
Yes, the loudest person in the Philippines. Villas, Boston.
Bombillas. Yung
Project
Bombillas.
namin yan, with ano tawag dito?
Si Big Boy.
Okay, Big Boy yung Pajero. Tapos sporting, at that time, the biggest amplifier, 10,000 watts.
10,000 watts.
That time, yun ang biggest. 10,000 watts. So yun, nag-start kami. Hanggang ngayon, magkasama pa rin kami ni Boss Mike.
Yes, the loyalist.
Ilocano, kaya
Yan, loyalist, Ilocano.
Hanggang sa ngayon, dumami na ng produkto natin. Yes. Yun, diretso pa rin naman.
Okay. So, now, we go to our very special team member. Ang baby ng grupo. Si Brian.
Brian.
Brian, kailan ka na nag-start sa Metatech?
Siguro around 2016.
2016.
Nag-apply ako ang office pa was in Balintawak. And binigyan ako ng chance ni boss eh. Actually, wala akong alam sa ano eh. sa Car Audio. Binigyan niya ako ng chance and kilet Sir Glenn train me sa mga bagay-bagay. Nag-umpisa ako dun sa naggumagawa pa kami I remember Sir Glenn teach me how to make those
Pads.
yeah, and then yung mga boxes, pinagkikis-kis niya ako dun sa inabutan pa ako ni JP.
That's a good training.
Yeah, hands-on
Kasi parang ang dating noon, kapalit ako nung paalis na ano. So lahat ng ginagawa nila.
Si Philip.
Si Gepito. Inano niya ako, tinrain niya ako. Tapos yung mismo sabi niya, ganito yung ginagawa ng mouth, ganito yung tinuro niya sa akin lahat ng mga about biwit. Nung unang may doubt ako na, sino bibili ng gano'ng kamamahal na speaker? But when I started dun sa mundo talaga nila, nakita ko talagang hindi posible may bumili. And then natuto ko na kung paano makipag-usap sa tao, mas umaba yung learning experience ko pagdating sa sales kasi I've been in sales siguro around since mga na rin 2009, nanggaling din ako sa
Pero different nature.
different
nature, different products.
tapos dito, makikita mo talaga na parang kailangan bibigyan mo ng importansya yung mga dealers na mga kumbaga kailangan namin suportahan. Kasi yun ang nila boss yun ang tinanim sa utak ko, even Sir Glenn. Tech support, pati yung support sa mga dealers sa product, kailangan talagang ibibigay natin sa kanila. So parang yung learning experience, lalong na-develop when it comes to sales.
Okay. Actually, magandang segue yun doon sa next topic natin, no? Which is commitments ng grupo natin, Jack.
Sa mga dealer.
So, ano nga ba yung mga commitments na yun, Jack?
Well, our promise is always yung customer service natin. We go beyond and beyond that, according to Sir Mike. So we follow that mantra. Talagang tuloy-tuloy kami. Customer support and tech support has been always the specialty of Metatech. So you might see me, JP, or Glenn sa mga dealers just staying there for the whole day at times, just helping out with our products. So helping out in terms of what? Availability ng produkto, tech support, tuning, installation recommendations, anything regarding car audio. We are always there for our dealers. We make sure from top to bottom nako-cover namin. Kaya nabuo tong grupo na to Wala, as much as possible, wala kaming holes in the support that we will give.
Actually, hindi pa na nakikita din, no, Jack. And those people who really visit the office, they see it.
Yes.
Is yung ating pre-release testing.
Yes.
I think tayo ay isa sa mga rare na companies na even before we release a product, it's torture tested
Torture test.
in our team, in the office, yung ginagawa nating 24/7 running for several months.
FYI, sir, if I may, sa mga nagtatanong, ang testing namin hindi gawa ng mga technicians lang. They were tested by Sir Mike and Glenn themselves. And minsan nakikisali na ako sa testing nila. They make sure the quality passes their standards. Standards ni Sir Mike before brain. Mahilig sa high-end. And Sir Glenn, with the international experience, he knows what he's looking for. So it should pass his standards.
Yan. I think that's really important because especially in this day and age, puro na lang ano yung mabilis bilhin, ano yung baka makikita mo online. Nobody really pays attention to the detail na ito pa pag binenta ko, siguradong matutuwa yung customer. So, everything that we do, it really boils down that the customer should be happy,
Yes.
should get what we promised, and may enjoy niya yan for a long time. Kaya nga we have a very long testing period. Even before we release a certain speaker or radio, amplifier, talagang tested in the car, tested in the bench, tested at several voltages. That's why even our power supply, you can test until 16 volts. No? You can see talaga.
Ma-overcharge man yung kotse, mag-low bat man yung kotse,
Yeah.
alam namin ang mangyayari.
Yeah. I mean, real world Kasi iba pa rin yung binibenta ka based on specification versus actual usage. No? So at least when we say that it's gonna be like this when you use it, it's really gonna be like this.
So basically, Sir Mike, pag may sinabi kami from Metatech, it's a human interaction. Hindi namin binasa lang sa papel yan.
Correct. Kasi even if we see it, let's say, kita natin sa brochure, ganito siya. Glenn needs to verify it.
Yes.
I need to
Always.
verify it. Diba? Then, ang malupit pa dyan, for example, we have running long-term torture test. Ano tawag doon? Actually, kinakabit siya sa mga sasakyan. Sasakyan ko, sasakyan ni Jack, sasakyan nila JP and Brian, no? Testingin namin, nagkakaproblema ba yan while ginagamit? Let's say, one of the overlooked factors is software updates.
Yes.
Okay, so sometimes you have products that will have to be updated because, let's say, nag-update ang Android, nag-update ang Apple, then our product should be able to cope up with that update. So that's a continuous thing that we do, not only sa team namin, actually, including the suppliers. Kasi we feedback eh. Ano ba yung Philippine experience dito sa produkto na to? We have to feedback. That's where Glenn and you come in, di ba? We prioritize that you communicate with our partners abroad. So, tuloy-tuloy yung satisfied customer sa Pilipinas.
To add to that, bakit namin ginagawa to? Simple answer, because all of us are fanatics.
Yeah.
Passion. Yes.
Passion.
Pero that's a better word, passion. Okay.
Actually, if you're passionate with what you do, then you will care. Ganun.
Okay. So, we go up to our next topic. So, what's our vision for the future? So, ako, vision ko in the future because everything's changing. It's more on the compact systems. Yun na yung trend eh. Inevitable. The rise of the DSP demand. Eventually, baka dumating yung panahon, Sir Mike, halos wala na magawa sa kotse. So DSP na is the way to go. That's the market in the future. Ikaw, Sir Mike, what's your take on the future for car audio?
I mean, there's several visions, so not only for the team. We've always looked at serving our market base using technology and knowledge. So we see that also times are changing, cars are changing, lifestyle is changing, the way we purchase is changing. So our team has to adapt to that. Lagi ko naman kinakausap kayo na we shouldn't look at it at a single angle. Should be a multi-angle look kung ano yung gagawin natin, no? So the same with the car. When we approach a car, alam natin, let's say this particular model na kotse, sisikat, electric cars, hybrid cars, we're actually already there. You know that. We're already testing.
Going to electric car.
Correct. Integration where there's little damage. Diba?
Yes.
Saka,
Actually, Glenn,
I think that's the important word is disintegration.
because it's very complicated to do things now than before. Am I correct?
Because there's multiple electronics that we never had even 5 years ago.
Exactly.
So what we have to remember is that we have to integrate our systems into the existing electrical supply of the car. And with EV, it's going to become a lot more difficult. With hybrids, it will be even worse. Because the future of car audio will always be here, but it will be a different.
I mean, just think about this, Glenn, that the way your phone interacts with your car right now is very different. And it's going to be different next year, the year after. So always we are looking at that angle, how we will integrate our products there, right? Okay.
So, with that, I think we covered much of our initial podcast. So, final thoughts before we wrap up. Brian, so far, you're 6 years in the industry. Kamusta ang car audio para sa'yo?
Actually, kailangan mo talagang parang kung ano yung sinasabi nila from abroad, feed in sa atin ni Boss Mike. So, we have to feed in also dun sa mga dealers that this would be
Trend.
the future or trend na darating. Katulad nung sinasabi ko ngayon, pag may mga nakakausap ako, dahil nga sa integration ng mga new cars, kailangan maintindihan natin na hindi na usually ginagalaw yung kung ano yung head unit. Kasi nandun na lahat ng controls, lahat ng bagay na kailangan ng isang kotse. So ang gagawin, we put up DSP or even yung mga katulad sa Alpine, we have the UTX A09 and the MO8
Integration.
yung mga integration na gagamitin mo to use a good quality sound ng pang-car audio. So yun yung mga bagay na kumbaga parang kailangan hindi ma-left behind yung mga dealers natin about those knowledge na finifeed in sa amin nila boss. So every time na nagmi-meeting tayo, inaano ko lagi sa isip ko na so kailangan pag may nakausap ako, kailangan I'll let them know na ito yung future, ito yung mangyayari. Like what we saw on those I think China
Na car show.
na pinakita ni Boss Mike. So tinatak ko sa isip ko yun na kailangan okay, ito ang maibigay natin sa mga dealers. So kumbaga parang hindi natin sila binibitawan kung ano yung trend na mangyayari sa car audio industry globally.
Wow. Na-impress ako kay Brian, 6 years in the industry. Ganong kagaling mag-train si Boss Mike at saka si Glenn.
Vision is everything.
Yes. So I was impressed with that. Galing.
Add lang dyan, Jack, yung support talaga number 1.
Yes. So,
Sobrang nakakatulong yun sa mga
Especially now,
dealers.
mas demanding na ang customer
Oo.
ngayon eh. So,
Kahit nga isang DSP lang binili, kailangan may support kay.
correct.
Di ba?
Actually, si
Even
JP
only
nagsasabi
DSP,
niyan.
ah.
Si JP nagsasabi niyan, he knows well. He's been in the industry for 2 decades.
So, yun ang napaka-importante talaga. At yun ang swerte nila sa atin. Dahil even the end user can talk Sir Mike directly. Nakakausap nila si boss.
Yes.
Pwede silang mag-approach kay boss. Yung iba nga, nagpapatono pa directly kay boss eh.
Actually,
So, napakaswerte talaga nila.
tama yun eh. What we provide also in the market, lalo na yung mga high-end systems at saka yung mga lumalaban ng competition,
VIP service.
VIP service yan.
we tune the system for you.
Yan ang napaka-swerte nila dahil yung support natin, talagang binibigay natin sa lahat. Sa lahat yun. Not only the dealers, not only pati hanggang sa end user.
Very good point. Very good point yan, JP. Thank you, thank you. So, final words mo na yun? Anything to say? Okay. Glenn, so what are your final words for this initial video that we are presenting to the industry?
What I think is that we have to understand that car audio will always be here. It will just be in a different form anymore. So, company, Metatech, with the knowledge we have, we are ready for the challenge. Then it comes down to integration.
Agree. Totally agree. Okay, Sir Mike?
Very simple, no? We are a group that are committed. We are passionate with what we do. And we uphold these commitments to the customers, no? And this is also, this simple podcast na ginagawa natin, di ba? It's also a way of not detaching and making ourselves more accessible and available to the dealers, the partners, the customers, no? It's very important for us to be readily there to support and how do I say this? Be a good channel to communicate what the technology is, diba? What are the future trends are to everybody. Lahat ng stakeholders pagdating sa car audio. Because it doesn't end with what is trending right now.
Yes.
Especially now, everything is so fast.
Everything evolves.
Everything is evolved. So we see that the trends of not only the technology, but also where we put our technology, diba? The cars are changing. Also, the customer habits are changing.
Yes.
Just by the huge trend of digital music being streamed in the phone. It changed everything. No, nawala lahat ng CD sa kotse, di ba? Your phone is
Ito na gamit nila.
Yeah, it can even give better sound quality than back in the day we were using CDs. I don't know if you remember, we had the passenger CDs in our car. Mababangga ka sa kakahanap ng bala mo.
Case
diba?
Logic.
Case Logic.
So, changers, things.
Yeah, now you can make your own playlist, di ba? So I guess that's how I will end this, no? The future is not just today. It's forever changing, and our company, our team continues to change with that. We try to stay ahead of it so we can inform everybody and support everybody. So there. And we'll be there.
Yes.
It will be there.
Yes.
It's there for the support.
We've been here for ever since 2001. We've been doing car audio. The history of Glenn and myself doing car audio dates back a long, long time ago. So the knowledge doesn't end there. Plus, there's the added bonus, Jackie. Since our company is also involved in the professional side, which we do live events,
Yes.
concerts,
Pro audio.
pro audio. So we give you a different dimension of sound also. No? Hindi na siya yung
Mas larger, ibang mas nagiging malawak.
Yeah. And even the trending for the pro audio, dadala natin yan sa car audio.
Yes.
Yeah.
To make things a lot better for our customers. Siguro that's how I end it. Di ba?
Okay.
We're here for the future, not only now.
So, siguro, to wrap things up, I will get 3 key words from the ending statement of Sir Mike, which is communication, evolution and change, and support. That's what we will give you. We will communicate everything to you, what we have learned, what changes in the market, and we will support it. Okay, so I forgot to introduce myself. This is Jack. I handle Alpine. Okay, we also have BWID, Ground Zero, Zapco, ESB, and a lot more products. In the future, we will present products.
Audison and Hertz.
Audison and Hertz also, care of our friend
Egbert.
Egbert.
Brother Egbert.
From, South Experience.
We miss you.
Yes, next video
Next
natin,
video.
we will include Egbert. I think he will be a better host than me. Okay.
Yan o, baka tumugtog.
Wag lang kayo magtatanggal ng sombrero para magkalbo. Okay. So, with that, this is Jack from Metatech. And thank you, everybody, for watching us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Yeah.
I know, we know, they're listening.